Jive Hive Jeff from Two Hacks Garage. Well, back at Micah's shop. He's actually working. I'm yapping. It's kind of a common theme when we get started on our work nights and work days. But you saw in the last video, we went ahead and re-primered the firewall and the fenders. We could go ahead and let that dry, set up. Turned out very well. It laid down very, very smooth. So now it's actually time to add some paint. So what we're going to do today is we're going to paint the firewall and we're going to paint the inner fenders. Micah went ahead and chose a pretty budget-friendly company online. It's called the Auto Paint Depot. Now, this is a shake and pour application and spray. There is no mixing. It's all ready to go, which is really nice, especially when there's prep time involved. Basically, you give them the manufacturer, the paint code, they mix it, it's ready to go. It's a single-stage urethane, and then you clear it. Today's kind of like the perfect weather for it. It's not humid outside, it's not sticky in here. Decently warm, and it's actually warm in the shop. So I know I've been rambling a lot. We got a lot of work to do. We want to make sure this turns out just as well as the firewall did. So with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and do our best Bob Ross today, and we're going to get to paint because this is going to be automotive art. Well, we're literally watching paint dry at the moment. Micah went ahead and threw down a couple wet coats of the paint. It actually turned out really, really nice. It is a factory color, and I'll show you what that is here in a second. But it laid down really nice. It's got a nice metallic tint to it. Pretty happy the way they look. I know Micah is. So yeah. That's how the fenders turned out. Not too shabby. Let's go take a look at that firewall. Firewall turned out just as nice. It's a nice metallic color. Like I said, this is a factory color, and if you look here on the data plate, it'll tell you what it is. Dark gray silver. So yeah, you can see in this paint, it is a dark gray silver. And in fact, it's got a nice metal flake to it. So what we're going to do now is we're literally going to watch paint dry for a little bit, and then we are going to spray a couple coats of clear and let it dry for a few days. And then after that, we are actually just discussing plans on putting the cab down on the chassis and starting to put things back together and making a truck again. So while we watch paint dry, we won't bore you with that. So yeah, we'll be back here in a few. Later. Well, we're going to call that a wrap. As you can see, Micah went ahead and painted and did all the clear coating. Multiple coats of clear. It's kind of a real deep gloss with that. The paint turned out well. It's got the nice factory color with some metal flake in it, and the clear turned out well too. Like I said, we're not experts, but you know what? We gave it our best, and the quality of this is actually pretty good. It turned out a lot better than we expected, and it has a very nice gloss finish to it. So this engine bay looks pretty good. So what do you think, Micah?
I think I'm very happy with it. Like I said, I had my doubts. Like I said, I am not a professional, and don't ask me for tips or tricks with doing any of this in this department. Because like I said, this is not my specialty. Like I said, I'm just trying to save myself a few bucks. I have done this a few times in my days, so figured I was like, well, I'm not going to pay anybody to do this. I'll just, like I said, every time I practice, I get a little bit better, but I am no means a professional, and I am really happy with the way this turned out. So with having an extra set of eyes here with Jeff helping me out, you know, and just keep an eye on when I'm spraying and stuff in case I'm missing a spot or something like that. That always helps out too doing this. So real pleased, real happy, because this get this done. This gets us to the next stage here after this stuff dries. So
yep. We got next stages of getting this body down on the chassis, starting assembling stuff. We also got to address the rest of that intake. Obviously, we can't do that now because we have to sand, and sanding with dust wouldn't be really awesome with this firewall, those fenders. But yeah, it's been a busy day. It's been a busy night. We've got a lot accomplished. This is getting much closer to a reality of being a driver and being a really awesome truck. So yeah, you know, with that, guys, we're going to clean up the shop. We got a couple odds and ends to take care of, but it was an awesome night, and I hope you guys enjoyed this because there's going to be a whole lot more on this truck. But like I said, we're not Bob Ross, but we did do some painting today.
appreciate it, brother.